What's going on, everyone? And welcome to a new segment that me and Money are doing called We Don't Know Ball. And you're probably wondering, what does that mean? Well, me and Money are going to be deep diving into sports that we are not familiar with. So, we're not sure if we're going to do this every 2 weeks or every week. I guess it depends on how much you guys enjoy this segment, how often we'll do it. But for starters, if you do enjoy this segment, we're going to need you to hit that like button. We're gonna need at least what you thinking, 10 or 15, Money.
I'll say about 15 and comment. Either likes or comment. No, I'll do both. We like likes and comments for this
Yes,
segment.
so please give us a clear indication that you like this. So, new sport, who this? First sport on tap is rugby. Now, first before we get into this, Money, how you doing today? You doing good, man?
I'm great. What about you?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. So, rugby. Do you know anything about rugby?
I know a little bit. That's all I
A
can
little
say.
bit. Okay, same. I know a little too. Not a whole lot, but a little. So, we're gonna do a little history lesson into it. So, uh, rugby was born in England in 1823 in a place called Rugby School. Legend says a student named William Webb Ellis was playing soccer, got bored, picked up the ball, and just started running. Rugby is a non-stop full contact game where you can't pass forward, scoring like touchdowns, and it's way bigger globally than people may think. And boom, a new sport was online. Is that story 100% confirmed? Not really, but the story is what's get told and passed around. So,
I think that's interesting right there. Like he was like, man, forget soccer. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna make something new.
in rugby, the main way to score in rugby is called the try. The try is equal to 5 points. So for our football fans out there, you can compare the try to the touchdown. That's the equivalent. So getting the ball into the end zone is called the try zone, and touching it down the ground, you can't just cross the line. That's why if you ever seen a rugby clip, when they get to the try zone, they always like fall down or they slam the ball down because you have to down the ball. So that's a part of it. You must control the ball to the ground, no breaking the playing cheese. So you have to take the ball and slam it on the ground. So I've seen some questionable clips because I heard that's the rule, but I've seen guys catch it and then when they hit the ground, the ball pops up. But I guess it's not like the NFL in that capacity. And then they have the bonus conversion, which is conversion kick. It's 2 points after a try. You get a free kick at goal post. The important is you kick from the same horizontal spot where the try was scored. So if you scored near the sideline, it's a tough angle. If you score at the middle, easy money because you get the kick down the middle. Now, rugby also has penalty kicks, which are equal to 3 points. If the other team commits a foul, you can kick at the post for points. Think of it as a field goal attempt, but usually earned from a mistake, not a fourth down decision. Or the rare but sneaky one, a drop goal, which is 3 points. This one catches people off guard. During live play, you can drop the ball, let it bounce, and kick it through the upright. Drop goals aren't common, but they're like clutch threes in basketball. You don't live off them, but they can come in handy when the game is online and you need them.
You know what this made me think
So,
of? It makes me think of a
what's that?
combination of soccer and football.
Yes. I mean, yeah, because it does have kicking as well, and obviously the running aspect. So, yeah, it is a combination. So, obviously, you and I both know rugby isn't huge in the U.S., but worldwide, it is pretty huge. It's huge in New Zealand, South Africa, England, France, and Australia. And the biggest tournament of all, just like soccer, is the Rugby World Cup, which is held every 4 years. And the atmosphere is usually electric. So, basic rule breakdown for the people at home. You try, you score, conversion kick, penalty kick. You can only pass backwards, and tackling is very real. So, after a tackle, play continues in an organized chaos call. So you have rucks, which is a scramble on the ground. You have scrums, which is an 8 versus 8 man pushing battle for the ball. So it can get kind of hectic. So I'm not sure what kind of. Now, the stuff I got written next Monday is a couple notable names that we should know. Anything that I glossed over that you wanted to touch base on?
I'll say there's two positions forwards and backs. Forwards had the numbers from 1 through 8. Backs have the numbers from 9 through 15.
Okay. So they have a standard number, like kind of like football, how it used to be, where you can only wear certain numbers.
Yes.
Like a perfect example is wide receivers in the NFL. The rule used to be you could wear from 10 to 19 and from 80 to 89.
Yes.
So,
And then there's 15 players on the field. You only can tackle the ball carrier. You must wrap your arms around a player and tackle them below the shoulders, is what I learned.
yes.
But all the hit, I'll be seeing crazy hits though.
I'll be seeing crazy hits too, but I guess that they're all below the shoulders. So, I mean, I think that's any standard contact sport, even football. You can't really hit nobody in the head or neck area. So, yeah. Some of the most notable names in rugby, according to my research. So, to all the people who are diehard rugby fans that are listening to this, if I don't say a legend's name, please forgive me. This is why it's called We Don't Know Ball. Jonah Lomu, he was a 6'5", 220, and word on the street is he ran like a wide receiver. He was shifty. He was hard to take down. He was top of the top. Another big name that I saw was Richie McCaw. He was known for his elite leadership and won multiple World Cups. Another one is Saya Kolisi. He's the first black captain of South Africa, which was a huge cultural impact. Dan Carter, another one, which is the most skilled players ever. Antonio Dupont, who is the current superstar and is considered the best player in the world in rugby. And he just has an insane all-around game. So the big difference between rugby and football is no forward passes, continuous gameplay, so it's no real stoppage, and there's no down system, and it's way more endurance-based, and tackles must be below the shoulders, like we said. And like the World Cup in soccer, the rugby one is held every 4 years. The last 4 champions was New Zealand in 2011, New Zealand in 2015, South Africa 2019, South Africa again 2023. So the last year, 4 champions were back to back.
So next year will be the next one. Next year will be the next one.
Yes, you're correct. I was thinking something else. You're correct. Yes, next year. And it's going to be held. Do you know where? Drum roll money.
Vegas.
Take a guess. No. He said Vegas.
They're trying to put everything there. Shoot.
Australia.
Oh, okay. What a crocodile hunter.
So the arguably 5 best players right now. Mm-hmm. And I've never heard of any of these names. Funny enough, the guy from South Africa I've actually seen before, but I didn't know much of him. So Antonio Dupont from France, he's a scrum half. Think of a quarterback and floor general, widely considered the best player in the world. He's a leader at everything from passing, from defense, from his vision and clutch plays, and controls the game like a point guard with cheat codes. Another name that gets popped up is Artie Savage from New Zealand. He's a forward or a loose forward, part of the New Zealand National Rugby Union team, plays like he's got limited stamina and plays with anger. He hits hard, runs hard, and he leads hard. And then we have Saya Kolisi. He's a flanker. Like I said earlier, he's the captain of the back-to-back world champions team, which is a big deal because, as a lot of people may not know, South Africa is predominantly white. So to have a black man be the captain of their rugby team and then lead that rugby team to win 2 World Cups is a huge deal. He's known for his leadership and physical dominance, cultural icon, and he's elite. So think of it like this. He's the first black captain for South Africa team, so he's not just a star, he's the face of the nation. Another kid from South Africa is Cheslin Kolbe, which, I mean, it makes sense why South Africa is one of the best rugby teams in the world when you have arguably two of the best 5 guys in the world on the same team. So he's known for his speed. He has a smaller frame, but he's super agile, and he makes defenders look like they're lagging on 2K. And one of the most entertaining players alive with the ball in his hands. And the last guy I have on those lists is Johnny Sexton of Ireland. He's a fly half, which he's the main decision maker. He's considered one of the smartest players in this era. He's a clutch kicker, elite game manager, and recently retired, but considered one of the current best players in this era. And then some honorable mentions is Eden Etzenbeth, Maro Ito, Bakuden Barrett, and John Van Der Flyer. So I have a couple videos, Money,
Okay.
of rugby highlights. All right. So we can structure it however you want to. We can watch big plays, or we can look at Saya's highlights.
Let's look at the big plays.
Oh.
Whoa. Hey, he got loose right there, boy.
That's a big boy.
That's what I'm saying. Man.
That's another thing with rugby too that I always found fascinating. It's like you have dudes that are huge, and you got guys that are like super small.
Yeah, that's true. He's fast. But he got burners.
See how he downed the ball? He had to put it on the ground.
Yeah. Dude got them burners. Dude looking like Maurice Jones-Drew out there. That's an incredible catch.
That was. The fact that he caught it,
And he
and the
kicked
fact he
it
didn't knock
perfect.
the wind out of himself. Yeah, that was a perfect kick.
Takes it into contact once more. Little fits it. Little kick over to the left wing. Clark again. Oh, has he done it?
That was a touchdown?
Has he landed?
Yeah, that's a try.
Oh, wow.
That is a try.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I thought that didn't count because it's
I
like
thought
he didn't
so,
control it
too.
to the ground. But apparently it does.
Man, he little boy, them boys.
It's always a black guy just running through people.
Yeah.
It's either a black guy or a Samoan guy. You always see him being the one running.
Speckman back all the way back to his own 10-meter line. All on the bounce of the ball here. Towed through by Speckman. Can he gather?
Wow, he kicked it to himself.
If he's got that down, it is just sensational.
He essentially kicked it to himself.
Roscoe Speckman. Out of absolutely nothing.
Insane. That was impressive.
I know. It was. And then he jumped basically over the guy.
Yeah. He jumped over, he kicked it to himself, jumped over a guy, then downed the ball for a try. That was impressive.
He kicked it in bounds. Got past two guys.
Yeah, he kicked it in bounds, ran out of bounds, let them miss, and then came back in bounds and picked the ball up, and then got a try.
Yep.
The fact you can kick the ball is such a game changer, because like,
Yes, it is.
I mean, I think I would have probably been good at rugby, bro. Like, I was pretty fast in my heyday, you know. So if I can kick the ball and then it's just a dead foot race, there's not too many people out there that's faster than me.
Especially these guys.
Like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Like, obviously, like that one guy earlier we saw, he was fast. So, but I know I'll be in the top 5 percentile of fastest people in the league, you know. So,
Top 1 percentile. What you mean?
oh, that's Sire right there. He be wearing a headband. That's how I know.
Okay. He ran through that guy like, hey, little boy, come
Yeah.
down. That play was like, oh, you
All
think
right,
you got me? Nah.
All right, I'm gonna see the next one. The science highlights.
Okay.
Oh, and a wonderful stick it is from Marcus as well. This is an extraordinary try.
All right, this is one of the top 5 best guys in rugby, money.
Okay.
The first black captain of South Africa.
He look like he's a tense.
Mm.
Mm. You see why they're so good? He taking the dude up off his feet.
Since he tore his ACL, so he had a knee reconstruction surgery.
Oh wow, he tore his ACL and came back still doing the same thing.
The captain of the
Yeah.
9 months, 12 months if we've been.
He came back 4 months after an ACL tear.
But 4.5, I don't think I've ever heard anyone return at test match level.
A freaking nature, bro.
Look out of sorts. What's
4.5 months.
And he's not even wearing a knee brace, money.
I know, which is ridiculous. NFL players need to go to his doctor.
Yes. Whoever his doctor is, he ain't getting enough. He just stripped the ball from him. You a little boy. Now it's a foot race. And he got some speed on him, too. Good pass while under contact. Yeah, that was nice.
That shows that he has good balance and awareness to know where his teammate is
Yep.
and put in the spot.
One-handed snag. Make a man miss. We're still on the feet. That's a try.
And he doesn't even look like he's
One thing I
afraid
never
of
understood with
contact.
rugby is, huh?
He doesn't look like he's afraid of contact at all.
Of
He's
course.
delivering the contact every time.
One thing I never understood is why they hold the ball so funny. Why they don't just tuck it like a football?
Running great hands there from Khaleesi. Oh,
Or maybe that's an American thing. Maybe that's how Americans hold it. Because it don't look like it's that much bigger than the football.
Yeah, that's how Americans hold it.
another advantage. Here's Khaleesi. Taken low by Geordie Barrett. Savia was flying in there as well. Dutoy. De Klerk. Khaleesi again.
You say he getting in now. He say he getting the try.
That's a fact. He would definitely play running back if he went to the NFL.
Yeah. I got that big and strong, that physical. Ooh, that's a nice steal. And it's a foot race. He's not gonna lose. I ain't gonna lie, money. He look cold. If this is how he look, I'm curious what Antonio looked like. Antonio's considered the best in the world. That means Antonio must be just different, man. Ooh. You saw him put him on skates?
Yeah.
Look like you out there back in the day, bruh.
Hey. And I ain't got it like that no more.
Here's Khaleesi. Lovely pass on the inside. Budalazy takes it over the 22.
Khaleesi has just, he stepped up as man of the match at the moment. Great little one-handed offload, strong run, strong carry.
All right, money. I'm finna see the last one.
All right.
Renato
His teammates look cold too. Number 20.
Yeah. All right. I got ads again, bro.
How he's playing, he might be able to play defense too. Shoot.
All right. So we had to say the best for last. Antonio Dupont. We checked out everyone else. C is going to be hard to top. That means this Antonio boy better be different money.
He has to be because, man, the other guy was showing
Yeah, he
out.
has to be. Keep in mind, money, he's considered the best in the world.
Okay. He's only 27 too.
Too long look on from Cleaton. A chance to run here for Teddy Thomas. The ball inside, Dupont's after it, and Dupont has got it.
This is key from Teddy Thomas over the top. The bounce of the rugby ball. One hand, you're allowed to do that, goes forward, but he retains the ball. What a try.
That was a pretty accurate kick.
Right. It basically looked better than some quarterbacks can pass.
He just stopped running at that one. He was like, nobody catching him.
They're only left that, and it becomes a competition that France win, and Italy look a bit jittery, and France.
And of course, he's right there.
And if they control it, they're going to get in for their third.
Okay, so I see why they like him a lot. He do everything because he involves a lot of kicking in his game,
Yeah.
and kicking is a skill no matter what sport you're playing. That's just a foot race. Yeah.
He got some speed on him.
Yeah. He breaks tackles. He's fast. He's elusive, and he can kick. He's hard to take down, man. That's a good pass. Yeah.
He probably could play soccer.
I mean, I won't be surprised. Yeah, that pass is nice.
But the base, Dupont is off. Half a yard, that's all he needs. Dummy.
He's like a point guard in basketball. You know, always involving his teammates.
Ooh, I like hits now. Okay, show me you can hit. Boom, stick them.
Dude said he play NFL cornerback too.
It will not make pretty
Yeah, he's hard to take
rain
down.
for any of the 23 or indeed the coaching staff involved today. There goes Antoine Dupont. He's got Ramos alongside him. Ramos asking for the kick and the chase.
Is he gonna run it down after the kick? I mean, it's so much field. Like, what's really stopping somebody like Xavier Worthy fast from just cutting back the whole time? Obviously, stamina plays a part, but fake pass, house call. You got one more person to beat, and you pass it. Smart.
That's true. Here's another thing we gotta ask: how many quarters are in there? Because you got to be in great shape to play this sport.
Yeah, it's a lot of running. Let me just strip this ball from you because I'm stronger than you.
I like his highlights, but I like the other guy highlights better.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think I like Sia better. So yeah, I think I have to agree with you. I think I like Sia better, man. He seemed like he was just a physical thing. Now I did like that Dupont had some hits in there. You know, we love them hit sticks. But yeah, I think I like Sia better. What impacts winning the most? And Dupont is considered the best overall player in the world. And his greatness depends on, but rugby greatness depends on role. Some guys dominate physically. Others control the game like Sexton. But I mean, we just saw physical dominance. And I mean, I will say I see why the Dupont gets the love because he does kick really well. Obviously, he's strength. He breaks a lot of tackle. He's not afraid to deliver a hit. So, could NFL players survive a rugby match, Money?
I'll say it depends on who it is.
Mm.
I don't think Worthy
I mean, we
could.
do got some, huh?
I don't think Worthy could.
Yeah, he is frail. I mean, it's hard to say. He is on the small side, but he plays in the National Football League, and
He's
he's fast
fast,
as hell.
but you're getting hit with no pads.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they played tackle football without pads growing up.
Yeah, but man, the man was out for a while after running into his own player.
Yeah, that was bad. I mean, I think so, man. I think you give them time to learn the game. I think they could. Obviously,
Imagine
they
Adrian
are
Peterson.
fragile players, so you would have to have the right group of guys. I agree with money. You have to have the right group of guys. You can't just put anybody out there. There's certain guys in the NFL who are always hurt. So now, do you think rugby's tougher than football?
Yes.
Oh,
Here's the
wow,
reason
okay.
why. Here's the reason why. You have to be able to kick the ball. You have to be able to take hits without pass on, and you're basically playing both sides the whole game.
I don't know, man. I think because there's so many different positions in football, it's hard to say. Like back in the day, quarterbacks used to be, crash test dummies. You were expected to sit in that pocket, throw the ball, potentially get your clock clean. So I don't know, man. Yeah, we have the pads, but the people who say, oh, they wear pads in football have never played football before and put on those pads to realize them pads don't make that much of a difference. So I've been had some hits to where, them pads ain't really make a difference. Is it tougher than football? I'm gonna say no, because I think it's more thinking. I think it's more of a psychological path than it is with rugby. Rugby is kind of, take the ball, run, get the guy on the ground. Obviously you play by certain rules, but like I think football, you gotta know where to line up. You gotta make sure you're on sides or off sides. You gotta know what play you're running. You gotta read what the DB is doing. And I'm speaking from terms of a wide receiver. So I gotta line up, make sure I'm split out far enough, make sure my splits are right. Then I got to see how the DB is squared up on me. How's he trying to play me? Plus, remember what route I'm running. Pay attention to any audibles the quarterback may make. So I
was talking about
including the
physicality.
psychological. I mean, I guess in the modern NFL, yes, I would give it to rugby. But if we remove a lot of the rules that they added to quote protect the players, then I would say no. Because we've seen guys getting body slammed on a lot of scrimmage.
Yeah, but basically, from an intelligence point, I agree with you. But when you said that, I was thinking of physicality, not the intelligence portion of it.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, I would have to say, yeah, you can't really. I mean, you can't hit no one. You have to hit people with the ball too. So it's kind of the same rules for player protection. You can't really touch the quarterbacks. There's no real blocking. So yeah, I mean, I can see why you said. I think I still would give it to football. Just for the simple fact of, not everybody's hitting every play. Like how we just seen the Dupont's highlights. There was a couple highlights where, 30 seconds they're chasing. So I guess it just depends. Another one is, why do you think rugby hasn't blown up in America?
I'll say because in America it's either soccer or football. It's not a lot of kids playing a combination of both. And plus, it's a special type of ball that they use. It's not a regular football. It's like bigger. And the rules and stuff is another thing. I don't think a lot of American kids are familiar with the rules.
I think a lot of American kids want to be the star of the show, honestly. In football, you could be the star of the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he's our best corner. With rugby, it's going to be situations like where I was saying it was situations where I'm thinking, and he's a stupid American, bro, keep it and keep going. It was times where he's like, I'm going to pass it. I'm not even going to try to make this guy miss. I'm just going to pass it to my teammate and let him go have the glory. And so it just, I think that's why it hasn't caught on in America. I do remember in high school, one of my football teammates was like, "Hey man, you should come to our rugby practice. I'm telling you, I think you'll be really good at rugby, Jay." And I'm like, "All right." So I came and I tried it out, and I didn't like it. One, he didn't want to hit, and I looking back on, I understood because I'm just out there seeing if I even like it. So if I go out there and get hurt and I'm not really on the team and the insurance stuff like that, it can be a whole thing. So I get that, but he wouldn't let us hit. And then he was like saying, "Oh, we got to stay in formation. You can't." It was just certain things. And I was just like, man, I don't like this. Give me the ball and let me do what I can do. So that's why I didn't really get into it. But I mean, maybe I should have. Maybe I should have gave it more of a chance. Maybe my life would be a lot different.
It's the hero complex that we have in America. Like, we want to be the star of the show, like you said. Like, hey, like there was times where I was watching the videos, man, take him. You already made the other dudes, look bad, and then
Exactly.
you're like, nah, let me pass this off because there's a potential I might not be to make this guy miss.
They have a very unselfish mindset. I don't even remember seeing anything about an American rugby team. I'm sure we probably have one, but I doubt they're any good compared to these other countries. But I didn't do my research. But hey, that's what this is about. So all in all, on the new sport, we got 2 questions. One, could you see yourself genuinely watching it after watching a couple highlights?
I don't know, because I can't even watch soccer on TV. I think it's more exciting than soccer, but it's like I said, it's a combination of football and soccer, and I don't even watch every NFL team. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it'd be better.
Bro, be honest, bro. You ain't
in
got a lot
person.
to be honest.
In person, yes. On TV, no.
Honestly, I think I could probably watch it if there's the World Cup. The Rugby World Cup come around next year, I'll probably tune into it just to see if South Africa can go for the 3-peat for one. Check out our U.S. team if we have a U.S. team, see how good they are. So, yeah, I definitely can see myself checking it out next year for sure. Now, as far as like watching those leagues and like how you got the different little leagues, I probably won't watch the leagues. So, out of 5, what would you rate this sport? And this is a combination of entertainment, skill set, and recommendation. Like, would you recommend it to someone else?
I'll say 3.5.
For me, I give it the same. That's the same score. 3.5 out of 5. Yep. Because I do see the action. I do like the action. It does take a lot of athletic ability. Know anybody can do it, and definitely respect to those guys who put in their blood, sweat, tears out there. But that's all I got, man. Anything else you wanted to add?
No, I would like to say, we thank you all for listening to our new segment. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We're on the road to 100. We enjoy this. Let us know what you think about this new segment. If you want us to, continue to do this, or you're like, just stick to the podcast.
Yes, please let us know how you feel. Those likes will tell us a lot, and those comments will tell us a lot. And if you're new here because you saw rugby and clicked, then hey, welcome. We don't really talk about rugby. We talk about a lot of sports. So please like, please share, subscribe. Until the next one, I'm Jay Stacey, aka 2Wavy. Jason, that is.
I'm F Money, or Money for Sure. Y'all take it easy.
Peace.